Hello and welcome to another video from Dan and Maisie at Furball Gaming. In this video I'm just going to be running through my top 3 games of March with 1 or 2 special mentions. So March was a little bit disappointing for me. I only played about 40 games and I played 29 different games. Now that's not including any solo plays or practice plays of games or when I've played Magic the Gathering. The month was particularly hard as I was ill, I was travelling and time just got away from me. Didn't get to play as many games as I would have liked. But yeah, so the top 3 games last month, a lot of the games I played only had 2 plays on. So trying to pick the games for this month was quite tough. So first up is a relatively new game from Kickstarter, Into the Black Boarding Party. So as you may have been following up on my channel, I've been doing a lot of work around this one. So as you may know, Into the Black Boarding Party, you are basically pirates. You find a derelict spaceship and you're racing through the corridors to find the rooms to get the stuff that you need to help you complete your objective or to help your team complete the objective. There is a betrayal mechanic in it, and when I was playing it I played a mission where I had to get to a certain room, stay in there for 2 turns and then escape the ship. I did that and I stitched absolutely everybody up. It was brilliant because I also had a couple of cards which allowed me to search the room tile deck and to select exactly what I needed, and I put that room right next to where I was. So yeah, the game's great fun. You can do up to 6 players in total. I think we played it with 5. We played it with 5 people, and it was just utter chaos, especially once the ship got going and the hordes of meeples were on us. I do need to finish the full review for this, so if you keep an eye on my channel you'll be able to find it soon. I will post a link in the description for the playthroughs of this game and the reviews and also the setup. I mean, it's a great game, it's got lots of components and I absolutely love the meeples. Okay, so next up, now this is an old favourite of mine. I played this a long time ago and absolutely loved it. I picked picked my copy up through the Board Gaming Training Chat group on Facebook, which is in fact Red November. Now, Red November, you're basically on a doomed submarine. It's sinking fast, you're running out of oxygen, and also you're being attacked by a Kraken. And the idea is that the game is, you have a time track which goes around the outside of the board, and let's say a room floods. You spend, say, 7 minutes trying to fix that room. So once you've pumped out the water, you then move your counter 7 spaces on the track, and then every time you pass a time star or an event star, you draw a new event and something happens. There's an event about every 3 spaces. So if you go forward 7, chances are you're going to be drawing at least 2 event cards. And that means 2 more things have gone wrong. Could be a fire, could be a flooded room, could be a Kraken attacking, could be the missiles about to detonate, or it could be a respite. It's one of the few games where you've actually got to get drunk to go and fight fire. Yeah, it's great fun. It is a really tough game to beat. I've played this about 5 or 6 times now since I've got my copy, and we've won every time. Now, I think the main reason for that is I am playing it wrong. So I'm going to check out the rules a bit more because there's a couple of which I'm still not sure on. But my friends absolutely love it. They think it's absolutely brilliant. If you can get a hold of this, maybe not so much to own it, but if you just want to play it, I would recommend it. yeah, I mean, one of my friends suggested that every time something went wrong, you could do a shot, so you could turn it into a drinking game, which would be utter chaos. It really would. So yeah, that is Red November. Now, before I go to my top game for the month, I'm just going to go through a couple of mentions. So first up is Unstable Unicorns. Now, me and my family really love this game still. We play it with all of the expansions. I can't find the Dragons expansion, but I've got the Rainbow Apocalypse expansion and the Unicorns of Legend expansion. Now, for those that you don't know, Unstable Unicorns, it's a fast-paced card game for 2 to 8 players, where you have to build a unicorn army. You betray your friends because unicorns are your friends now. It's by a t-shirt company called Tea Turtle. Unfortunately, I've only got the retail versions. I missed out on the Kickstarter last year just because I had so much going on. I would have loved to have had the Kickstarter stuff. So if you know anyone that is selling the Kickstarter stuff, please let me know. One thing I will say is that if you are playing with the Rainbow Apocalypse expansion, and here comes Maisie, then it will take you a while. It will take you a while to complete the game. A couple of my friends said that they played this, and it took them almost 2 hours to play the game. Now, one of these games normally takes about half an hour, but obviously the more cards you get, especially with this one, this is very controlling. Especially compared with this one, they are both very controlling. The Rainbow Apocalypse, as you can imagine, has a lot of destruction in it. So every few games, every turn or every other turn, stuff's going to get destroyed. This one is about to control it. You steal stuff from other players, but you combine these two, it's just utter chaos. I love it. It's brilliant. If you can get hold of it, I really would. It's quick. It's family friendly. I do have the Not Safe for Work edition as well, which is just messed up. It's just, yeah. And next up on the mentioned list is, not sure if you've heard of this, but it is in fact Root. Now, Root is a game for anywhere from 2 to 8 players. No, 2 to 6 players with the expansion, and yeah, 2 to 6 players with the expansion, and yeah, it's a game of forestry. It's a little similar to Risk, depending on which faction you play. So I've played as the Eerie a few times now. Let's get it down. So yeah, I've played as the Eerie a few times now. And I absolutely love it. I really do. The Eerie is probably one of my favourite classes because it's a programming race, so you've really got to think about what you're doing, what your next few turns are. And when I played, we last played this with 5 players. We only had 1 Vagabond. We managed to, I only lost my commander once. I can't remember the name of it now, but yeah, I only lost him once. So I changed my leader once, and then got to the second bit. I almost won, but was beaten by the Vagabond. So if you ever play this, you need to shut down the Vagabond quickly, because he can get points really easily, I think. It was also, when I played this for 5 games, it was a relatively new group I played with, as in I'd never really met them before. I was the only English guy on the table, and I was called Brexit Blue, because I was playing as the Eerie and I was the only Englishman on the table. So yeah, I found that quite apt, and it was just hilarious. I won't say too much about this game at the moment, because there's a lot of stuff out there already, and you've probably seen to death of it already. The expansion is coming in, another expansion for it is coming in a few months. It's just finished the campaign on Kickstarter. I'm sure that there'll be a late pledge manager available, where you can get I think it's the Underworld expansion, but there's also an updated 2.0 guide as well. When we played this with the 5 players, we did in fact have the updated player boards, so somebody had taken the time to reprint all the boards for us, which was really nice. And finally, the last game on the agenda today it's not one I actually own, so I don't actually have it with me, but it's actually a game called Time Bomb. Now, I'm not really a big fan of social deduction games, however this one was actually quite fun. I think it's because I've never really played something like this before. It was my friend Julia's. She brought it around for a regular gaming night. The idea is you get given a roll card, as typical of any social deduction game, and you're either a terrorist or a diffuser. And then there are 3 types of cards in the game. There's the bomb card, the diffuse card, and the fake bomb card. Now, if there's 5 players playing, that means there's going to be 5 diffuse cards in the mix. And the idea is that the diffusers have to find those 5 diffuse cards, and the terrorists have to either try and point everybody to the bomb card or the fake diffuse cards.